The Young and the Restless spoilers Tuesday, May 12th. Jack learns alarming secret, Kane's bold move with Lily. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Tuesday, May 12th, reveal that Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, will find out some troubling information while Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, proves his devotion to Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. For starters, bone marrow donor match, Kane will double down on his promise to break bail, if that's what Lily feels is best. Dr. Stephanie Simmons, Vivica A. Fox, said it was okay for Kane to donate from Genoa City, but Lily's still worried about something going wrong. Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore, is all set for the transplant in New York, so Kane is willing to put everything on the line and go there if necessary. Y&R fans can expect Kane to make a bold move with Lily on Tuesday's episode, so we'll see if that indeed involves going against the terms of his bail. Of course, it wouldn't be surprising if Kane and Lily shared a kiss in the midst of an intense moment, either. Lily and Kane have some electric scenes coming up, so don't miss their growing connection. In the meantime, Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, will try to convince Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, that she's a changed woman and someone who's a much better match for Jack than Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters. Billy won't believe that, but it won't stop Patty from trying to get him on her side anyway. Other Young and the Restless spoilers say Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will confess a huge secret to Jack. There's a good chance Nikki will open up about Nick Newman's, Joshua Morrow, drug addiction struggle and how heartbroken she is for her son. Jack knows what it's like to battle that same addiction and will surely have sympathy for what Nick's going through. Nikki will inevitably get Jack's sympathy as well since he'll know how hard all this must be for her. Nikki will appreciate having Jack to lean on as she worries about Nick and the potential for a relapse. Jack may admit Nick needs to be monitored closely or else he could fall into a drugged downward spiral again. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Jack will comfort Nikki and give her advice, so stay tuned for his reaction to her difficult news. The battle lines in Genoa City are about to explode in ways fans never saw coming, and Tuesday's episode of The Young and the Restless is setting the stage for emotional betrayals, shocking discoveries, and one risky move that could change everything for Lily forever. Jack Abbott is about to uncover a secret so disturbing that it sends him spiraling into panic mode, while Kane Ashby takes a bold and dangerous step toward reclaiming the woman he never truly stopped loving. And if that was not enough chaos already brewing, the ripple effects from these storylines could destroy multiple families before the dust finally settles. The atmosphere across Genoa City has been tense for weeks, but now the pressure is reaching a breaking point. Every conversation feels loaded with hidden meaning. Every alliance is beginning to crack. And everyone seems to be keeping at least one dangerous secret buried beneath the surface. Tuesday's episode is not simply another dramatic chapter. This is the kind of episode that changes trajectories. Relationships that once seemed stable are suddenly hanging by a thread, while old feelings buried years ago are clawing their way back into the light. At the center of the storm is Jack Abbott, a man who has spent years trying to protect his family while holding the Abbott legacy together at all costs. But Jack is about to face a revelation that leaves him questioning whether the people closest to him have been hiding the truth all along. The secret he learns is not just alarming. It could ignite a chain reaction capable of tearing apart everything he has fought so hard to preserve. For weeks, subtle clues have hinted that something bigger has been happening behind the scenes. There have been strange conversations abruptly cut short, suspicious looks exchanged across rooms, moments where characters seemed far too nervous for ordinary situations. Jack may have ignored those signs at first, assuming the chaos around Genoa City was simply the usual corporate drama or family tension. But now the pieces are beginning to fit together in horrifying ways. The moment Jack finally discovers the truth is expected to hit like an emotional earthquake. Sources close to the drama suggest that the secret involves someone Jack deeply trusts, which only makes the betrayal feel even more devastating. Jack has always believed loyalty matters above everything else. Whether it comes to family or business, betrayal is the one thing he struggles to forgive. So when he realizes someone may have manipulated him while hiding dangerous information, his entire world begins to shift. Fans know that Jack rarely reacts impulsively. He usually takes time to process situations before striking back, but this discovery may push him beyond his limits. The emotional fallout could awaken a much darker side of Jack Abbott, one that viewers only see when he feels cornered and betrayed. And honestly, Genoa City should be terrified when Jack Abbott stops playing nice. What makes this storyline even more explosive is the timing. Jack is already under immense pressure from multiple directions. The Abbott family has been dealing with non-stop tension, corporate rivalries continue escalating, and emotional wounds from past betrayals have never fully healed. Adding another devastating secret into the mix could become the final straw. The most fascinating part of this unfolding drama is how interconnected everyone's lives have become. One's secret rarely stays isolated in Genoa City. Once the truth begins spilling out, it affects marriages, friendships, business alliances, and even rivalries that have simmered for decades. Jack's discovery may begin with one shocking revelation, but it likely will not end there. In fact, this could merely be the beginning of a much larger unraveling. Meanwhile, across town, another emotionally charged storyline is reaching a turning point as Kane Ashby decides he is no longer willing to sit quietly while Lily slips further away from him. Kane has spent a long time wrestling with regret, heartbreak, and unresolved feelings where Lily is concerned. Their love story has always been complicated, filled with passion, misunderstandings, betrayals, and second chances that never quite lasted. But despite everything they endured, there has always been an undeniable emotional connection between them. Now Kane appears ready to act on those feelings in a bold way that could completely change Lily's future. The word spreading around Genoa City is that Kane's move is not subtle. This is not a cautious attempt to rebuild trust slowly over time. Kane is reportedly making a dramatic play for Lily's heart, and the intensity of his actions could catch everyone off guard. After years of emotional distance and painful history, Kane seems determined to prove that Lily still belongs with him. The timing of Kane's bold move is especially dangerous because Lily herself has been emotionally vulnerable lately. She has tried to appear strong and independent, focusing on rebuilding her life and maintaining control over her future. But deep down, Lily has never completely escaped the emotional pull Kane has on her. Their chemistry remains impossible to ignore, even after everything that happened between them. Tuesday's episode may finally force Lily to confront emotions she has desperately tried to suppress. What makes this storyline so compelling is the emotional complexity involved. Kane is not simply chasing romance. He appears driven by genuine regret and a desperate need to fix what he destroyed. Over the years, viewers watched Kane make devastating mistakes that shattered Lily's trust. Lies, poor decisions, and emotional betrayals created scars that never fully healed. Yet somehow, even after all the damage, part of Lily still seems emotionally connected to him. That is what makes Kane's latest move so risky. If Lily gives him another chance, she risks reopening old wounds and inviting heartbreak back into her life. But if she pushes him away permanently, she may forever wonder whether they could have finally gotten things right. That emotional tension is exactly why fans remain obsessed with this pairing years later. And let's be honest, Genoa City has never truly moved on from Kane and Lily. Every time they share scenes together, the emotional history practically radiates through the screen. There is unfinished business between them, and viewers can feel it. Tuesday's episode seems poised to bring those unresolved emotions exploding back to the surface in a major way. What is even more interesting is how other characters may react to Kane's bold move. Lily's family has very strong opinions about Kane, especially considering the pain he caused in the past. Some people may believe he deserves another chance, while others will likely see this as a disaster waiting to happen. Jack's shocking discovery and Kane's emotional gamble could eventually intersect in unexpected ways, creating even more chaos throughout Genoa City. There is also growing speculation that Kane's move may involve a public declaration or dramatic gesture designed to prove the depth of his feelings. If that happens, Lily could find herself under enormous emotional pressure. Public romantic gestures often look beautiful on the surface, but they can also force people into emotionally complicated situations. Lily may feel torn between what her heart wants and what logic tells her is safest. At the same time, fans are beginning to question whether Kane's motivations are entirely pure. Yes, he clearly still loves Lily, but some viewers suspect there may be additional factors influencing his sudden determination. Could Kane know something about the dangerous secret Jack uncovers? Is there a bigger agenda unfolding behind the scenes? In Genoa City, nothing is ever completely straightforward. The suspense surrounding Jack's alarming discovery only intensifies these questions. There are whispers that the secret could involve business manipulation, hidden alliances, or even a betrayal tied directly to the Abbott family legacy. If that is true, Jack may soon find himself fighting battles on multiple fronts at once. Emotional betrayals are painful enough, but when power and family legacies become involved, things can spiral into all-out war very quickly. And viewers know exactly how ruthless Genoa City can become when powerful families feel threatened. Jack has spent years trying to rise above the toxic rivalries that have consumed so many lives in town. He has attempted to lead with integrity, even when surrounded by deception. But if someone close to him has truly crossed a line, Jack may abandon diplomacy entirely. That possibility alone makes Tuesday's episode feel incredibly dangerous. One thing fans should watch closely is Jack's reaction after learning the truth. Sometimes the emotional aftermath matters even more than the revelation itself. Will Jack confront the person immediately? Will he investigate quietly before making his move? Or will the betrayal hit him so hard emotionally that he lashes out recklessly? Each possibility could send the storyline in dramatically different directions. There is also the issue of collateral damage. Secrets rarely stay contained once exposed. Innocent people often get hurt in the process. Relationships unrelated to the original betrayal can suddenly collapse under the weight of suspicion and emotional fallout. If Jack begins questioning who he can trust, everyone around him may feel the consequences. Meanwhile, Lily faces a completely different emotional battle. Unlike Jack's storyline, which centers around betrayal and secrets, Lily's conflict is rooted in love, memory, and vulnerability. Kane's bold move forces her to revisit a chapter of her life she may never have fully emotionally closed. And that is dangerous territory, because sometimes the hardest relationships to leave behind are the ones filled with unfinished emotional business. Lily and Kane have shared years of love, pain, family memories, and heartbreak. Those experiences do not simply disappear. Even after separation, emotional connections like that can remain buried beneath the surface forever, waiting for one vulnerable moment to return. Tuesday's episode seems determined to explore exactly that emotional reality. Viewers should also pay attention to Lily's body language and emotional reactions during her scenes with Kane. Often on The Young and the Restless, the unspoken emotions reveal more than the dialogue itself. A hesitation, a lingering glance, a moment of vulnerability. Those subtle details frequently hint at where storylines are heading long before characters openly admit the truth.